I'm not sure if there's ever been a family to stir up as much drama in the NBA as the Ball family. From the Chino Hills days to playing in Lithuania, all the way to LaMelo getting drafted by the Hornets this year, the Ball family has never shied away from the limelight. I mean, they even have a reality TV show on Facebook. The fans have had a lot to say on LaVar's antics and his son's skill level, but what do the players around the league think? Today, we're talking about what NBA players think of the Ball family. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe below so you can help us grow this channel. Without further ado, let's talk about the family behind the Big Baller brand. So let's start with the head of the dragon, the master smack talker, ultimate NBA legend irritant, LaVar Ball. While LaVar is certainly an athlete in his own right, playing college ball and making the Jets and the Panthers practice squad, he never did achieve the success that his sons have. As a result, LaVar's rise to fame came through his son's prodigy talent, especially as Lonzo was set to enter the 2017 draft. And as any NBA fan will know after watching basketball for the past couple of years, LaVar Ball will say just about anything to get some attention.
Guess what the story is now? Who's better, LaVar or Michael Jordan?
Nobody think about no damn LaVar.
Yes, they are.
He often runs on the line of supreme confidence in his kids and complete absurdity. And every so often, he'll venture off into space with one of the most ridiculous takes you've ever heard. So let's dig into some of them and see what players around the league think. So the most popular LaVar Ball statement has to be his declaration that he would kill Michael Jordan in a one-on-one game, often doubling down on the statement. Now, I don't think you could find a fan, analyst, coach, player, or Ball family member who will back LaVar up on this. So there's really no point in staying on it. Jordan himself said he could beat him one-legged, but how about some more personal statements? LaVar has always touted how amazing his kids are, so it's no surprise anymore that he makes an outrageous claim about their skill. But back in 2017, when Lonzo was playing for the UCLA Bruins, LaVar claimed that his son was already better than the reigning two-time MVP Steph Curry. The world wasn't used to LaVar yet, so this statement got more airtime than it would now. He even went on to mention that Lonzo may not be able to beat LeBron and Westbrook in a one-on-one right now, but he definitely could in a 5v5. The statement got so much media attention that it got back to Steph Curry in a media conference. When asked if the comments bothered Curry at all, he was clearly fed up with the amount of attention that this was getting, saying, "I wish his kids the best, and I know that they're going to be great NBA players." But that he really didn't want to talk about that. It didn't take long for LaVar to circle around and double down on those statements. Then, of course, LaVar moved quickly to capitalize on his new level of fame, starting the Big Baller brand and launching a line of shoes. With a base price of $495, these shoes should have been top tier, but they were anything but that. Along with many controversies, including a lawsuit over unpaid money to an embroidery company, a business executive stealing millions from the brand, and more, the main problem everyone saw with the shoes is that they were outrageously expensive, yet these were so cheaply made they may have injured Lonzo Ball. Lonzo has since moved on from his father's company, but in the meantime, Shaq had some things to say about the brand and about LaVar, tweeting a picture of his own brand of shoes and captioning it, "Real Big Baller brands don't overcharge kids for shoes." LaVar surprisingly didn't have much to say about that because, well, frankly, Shaq was right. While nobody has claimed Shaq's shoe line is the greatest in the game, they are definitely an affordable option for kids that can't afford the bigger brands. It wasn't until a while later when LaVar decided to participate in the beef, saying that he and LaMelo would destroy Shaq and his son Sharif. And as everybody knows, Shaq doesn't let go of beefs too easy. Later posting that he would glue a blonde wig to his head if LaVar beats him, and later posting a picture of himself in his old jersey, captioning it, "If you don't fit, you must quit. #original Big Baller." While surely many more players have feelings about LaVar Ball, many refuse to give him the attention. It took a lot for LeBron to respond to LaVar. While LaVar was going on another one of his rants, he mentioned how the best players had fathers who weren't that good. Further his statements by saying it's going to be hard for Bronny to be good in the league because he will be under the shadow of his father. Well, LeBron didn't want to hear any of this, so his response was quick and to the point. Keep my kid's name out of your mouth. Keep my family's name out of your mouth. That is dad to dad. It's a problem now. LaVar had finally egged someone to the point of being truly angry at him. And while lots of players probably have unvoiced opinions on LaVar, they never really have to deal with him. So how about his sons, who the players actually have to play against? Let's go the oldest to youngest and start with Lonzo. Because of his father's unspoken personality, a lot of pressure was put on Lonzo by the time he was being recruited to colleges and projected to go into the lottery of the draft. But despite his father's boisterous behavior, Lonzo's been relatively quiet as a player, having walked the line of staying loyal to his father and not putting a big red target on his back. But don't tell Pat Beverly that. Now everybody knows Patrick Beverly is coming at his appointment with 100% energy every night. But he seemed extra motivated to knock the highly hyped Lonzo down a peg in his first game of his career, and boy did he. Beverly locked down Lonzo, allowing him just 3 points on 1 of 6 shooting, along with 2 turnovers in his debut. The most memorable moment of the game came when Lonzo was bringing the ball up the court, and as soon as he crossed half court, Beverly hip-checked him to the ground, showing him things weren't going to be easy for the rest of the night. After the game, Beverly told the media, "I just had to set the tone. I told him after the game that due to all the riffraff his dad brings, he's going to get a lot of people coming at him. I let him know that after the game. What a better way to start than spending 94 feet guarding him tonight. Welcome the young guy to the NBA." And with the amount of pressure his father put on him, Beverly wasn't the only guy to have an opinion on Lonzo as he entered the league. In fact, ESPN did a confidential survey on Lonzo after he was drafted, gauging what all 59 players around the league thought of him. Not even half of those surveyed thought that Lonzo's ceiling would be an all-star level, though out of choices between starter, role player, and MVP, an all-star ceiling was the most popular choice with 45%. And with his unorthodox shooting form, the survey asked players whether or not he needed to change his jumper. Only 12% said that he did, but one Eastern Conference guard is quoted saying, "No way he gets that shot off with Kawhi Leonard in his face." And additionally, only 7% of those surveyed thought that Lonzo was going to win Rookie of the Year. But to be fair to Lonzo, the number one choice was Dennis Smith Jr., who, as we all know, has struggled so far in the NBA. Lonzo's career trajectory has flattened out a bit as he plays for the Pelicans, but he's kept his head low, and if his shot continues to improve, he'll stay a valuable member of whatever team he's on. The next in line is LiAngelo Ball. But because LiAngelo's trajectory in basketball is much different than his brother's, reactions from players around the league have been virtually non-existent when it comes to the middle brother. LiAngelo was a big part of the Chino Hills team with the 3 Ball brothers and even got his chance to play in UCLA, but he was never able to generate enough production to really separate himself from the pack. And not to forget, LiAngelo caused big problems when the team traveled to China, as he and a few of his teammates were caught shoplifting, got arrested, and caused a whole international affair in the process. The whole incident created controversy over the NCAA paying bail for a player and relations between the US and China, as former President Trump even got involved. The mess of a situation resulted in LiAngelo getting suspended from UCLA, and he and LaMelo, who had already committed to the school, going overseas to play for the Lithuanian club. Since then, LiAngelo hasn't raised much interest around the league as he's attempted to join a G League team this season. And now on to LaMelo, the youngest and latest brother to be in the spotlight. Coming into this year, drafted 3rd overall to the Hornets, LaMelo has a lot on his shoulders, especially considering he's playing for MJ, or as his father knows him, the guy he would crush in a one-on-one. Fans have gone back and forth on whether LaMelo would be a star or not. His size, confidence, and passing lends itself to the game, but worries of inefficiency and lack of defense have caused people to question his effectiveness. But how about the people who have the best feel for the game? Kevin Durant has been one to back up LaMelo's talent, saying, "He can shoot from anywhere, I love his game because he's skilled, and he's more athletic than he was a year ago, just needs to keep learning the game." That's pretty high praise for someone as skilled as KD. And even though he doesn't want to talk about LaVar, Steph Curry had some input on the young prospect too. Back when LaMelo was playing for Chino Hills and the video of him pointing to the half-court line before knocking down the shot went viral, Curry complimented on the prospect's confidence, saying he deserved a shout-out for a highlight like that. But come time for the NBA draft this season, Curry wasn't too worried that the Warriors picked big man James Wiseman instead of LaMelo, saying, "We just need talent. At the end of the day, that's what you're always trying to get. I think we could use some size." It doesn't seem that Curry is holding any grudges against LaMelo for his father's old comments, but it seems like the right course of action that LaMelo went to Charlotte instead of San Francisco. And now that he's with the Hornets, the organization and teammates alike are excited to develop the young guard. Gordon Hayward, who recently joined the team on a huge new contract, was highly anticipating playing with Melo, saying, "He seems like somebody that can play make for others, can really get involved as well as score for himself, but he seems like he has a good natural feel for the game." And while there's surely going to be bumps along the way, things are looking up for Hayward, LaMelo, and the Hornets organization. Fans should feel lucky that Jordan didn't take LaVar's comments too personally, as the organization finally feels like it could be on the come-up. All in all, it seems that despite the father's outspoken and often ridiculous personality he puts on, the Ball brothers are all right in the eyes of the rest of the NBA. Now it's just time to see if their talents can reach full potential. That's it for today. How do you feel about the Ball family? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to help us out by liking and subscribing below.